What's up? I just got off work. Happy New Year. We're a few days into the new year, actually. And it's the last night, I guess, of Regulation H. There's like, at least in my time zone, there's one day of it after this, but it ends tomorrow evening. So, since the last video didn't go super well with the Krookodile team, I want to give it one last send-off before we move to Reg G. And so that's just what we're going to do. I'm going to try to shoot for a shorter video. I got my rating up a little better from what it was last time. We're no longer in the quintuple digits, though it remains to be seen where we're going to end up. I just want to have some fun battles with this Krookodile team before, obviously, the regulation rolls over. And I want to make a lot of Reg G content, honestly. Like, I know I said last video I wasn't going to be team building as much for it, but the teams I do have, I really do enjoy, so I want to make a lot of videos with them. Okay, our first battle is like a Rain Parish squad. My team generally fares well against Parish because, you know, Krookodile's a wall breaker at +6, right? Like, Parish relies on keeping your Pokemon alive for a long time, which is hard to do once Krookodile gets set up, so obviously you never know. I just feel good about the matchup, but obviously if last video was anything to go by, getting cocky with this team is not something that you want to do. I am a little scared of Poliwrath. Obviously with Swift Swim you can just outspeed and one-shot Krookodile. So I could definitely see them leading it. But we're just gonna see here. Yeah, the Poliwrath is gonna lead. It is a little risky, but I do kind of want to put it to sleep with Smeargle. But I don't know what Hydreigon is gonna do. It could just try, just Dark Pulsing Smeargle and one-shotting it. But no, I want to play safe with Krookodile. I'm not gonna blow my Terra on Smeargle. If Poliwrath, I keep wanting to call it Poliwhirl, I don't know. But, you know, if it outspeeds me and hits me with a fighting move, that's just how it goes. I don't want to waste my Terra when Dragapult, honestly, is looking like a good Terra user here. So I'm just going to protect and attempt to put it to sleep, I guess. Alright, nice Draco Meteor miss. Let's see what Poliwhirl... Okay, I'm just going to start calling it Poliwhirl on purpose now, I guess. I guess this is what we're doing. So Poliwhirl falls asleep. No speed drop, please. Okay. I'm gonna Terrasilize Krookodile here. I think they're gonna want to Draco again. So let's just do that and see how we go. Alright, there's the Draco. Jeez, okay, that did a ton. Yeah, okay, we didn't see Life Orb recoil, that's probably Specs Hydreigon right there. So hopefully, if Poliwrath here wakes up, it doesn't double into me. That would be sad. But we do take Hydreigon. Okay, it stays asleep. I mean, for all the bad plays I did make in the last video, I will say the sleep turns were not on my side, so it is good to see a bit of that swing back around here. Alright, King Gambit comes in, probably wants to Sucker Punch me. It could also Terra Flying, but honestly, that's fine. I'm just gonna Earthquake and follow me. Okay, it protects. Also totally fine by me. Alright. Yeah, I did want to make more videos like earlier, like a few days ago, just to get a bit more content out with this Krookodile team before the reg rolls over, but unfortunately I just wasn't feeling it. I've just been working a lot, so I've been tired and just not in a mood to make videos, I guess. But yeah, I do want to make more VGC content in the future. Like as I said with Reg G, like the teams I have built for that, I'm a big fan of generally, so. Alright, I want Krookodile to stay around for this Archaludon. I am just going to actually hit Archaludon with Flamigo, because I Kingambit could absolutely just Terrestrialize into like Terraflying here and live my close combat, as we actually don't see it do that. But it does whiff the Sucker Punch. Let's see if it's not like a sturdy Archaludon. Yeah, no. Very rare that you see that in on a rain team, honestly. Okay, so this should be in the bag here. They didn't try to really bring their Perish mode against me, which honestly isn't too surprising. Alright, GG's. Alright, 46-44. Pretty significantly higher rated than I am. This looks like a very interesting team here. With Tailwind offense. I don't really want to lead Krookodile Smeargle here because Murkrow foul plays, and that hurts when I'm at +6 attack. I think it's safer here to lead Dragapult something, and I am torn between Dragapult Clefairy and Dragapult Dragonite, because Dragonite can get up her own Tailwind to match Murkrow, but at the same time, it doesn't look like there's a lot of spread force on my opponent's team, which will make Follow Me from this Clefairy very effective. So I think I am going to go with that this lead. Definitely bring Flamigo. Flamigo hits a sizable amount of the team super effectively. The Arcanine, Archelon, and Annihilate, if none of them choose to Terra. And as for the last slot, it's kind of tough between Krookodile and Dragonite, but I think I want to opt for Dragonite just so I have the option of getting my own Tailwind up. I could regret that, obviously, if Archaludon just comes in and becomes an unkillable beast. But on a team like this, I think it's more likely to be the Power Herb Sturdy set instead of Stamina. But we will see here as my opponent chooses their mods at the last second as well. And we'll get into this game. Okay. I never really like seeing Annihilate. It's always just a roulette as to what it wants to do. But I think I just want to Helping Hand Dragon Darts. Maybe that's way too ballsy, but I'm just gonna do it. And whatever Annihilate wants to do, it can do. It can Final Gambit something. It can start bulking up. I'm also curious about this Blastoise, whether it's like a supportive Blastoise with Icy Wind, or whether it's gonna start Shell Smashing. Both of my opponent's mons are really unpredictable. They can run so many different sets. So this is definitely very scary. Okay, no Terras on their end. We'll see if there's any Protects. Nope. Okay, so hopefully this just does some sizable damage. Ooh, really sizable damage into the Stoys. Alright, there is the final gambit, which is great because Clefairy's going to live that. You probably want more speed EVs on that Annihilate. And the Ice Beam. Okay, this is going to hurt, but Friend Guard is going to have it do under half. So that went a lot better than I honestly thought it was going to go. Obviously, I kind of expected Annihilate if it was a Scarf variant to outspeed my Dragapult. So that's just unfortunate miscalculation on my opponent's end. Here comes Dragonite. It probably Terra Fairies here, but I am just going to follow me to redirect a potential Scale Shot. And I just want to take this Blastoise down, so that's what we're going to do, hopefully. Alright, is this going to be Terra Fairy? Terra Ghost. Okay, so we are still going to be able to hit it, which is nice. And if it doesn't have, like, Breaking Swipe like my Dragonite does, then Dragapult will be sitting pretty here, but you never know. Alright, Blastoise goes down. Alright. Okay, something interesting I noticed. Okay, they just Tailwind. Something interesting I noticed. Have you seen that communicating symbol in the top left corner? I don't know. If you've played as much Pokemon as I have, you've probably noticed that if that icon shows up before the end of a turn, you know that no more Pokemon are going to faint. So, I don't know, if you're just impatient to know about the end result of a turn, you can look at the top left corner, see whether that communicating symbol appears, and know or not whether a Pokemon is going to get KO'd. I don't know, it's just kind of a weird quirk of the game. So Tailwind getting up is annoying, but I can follow me. Arcanine probably Rock Slides here realistically, but as long as we can avoid the flinch, we'll be doing pretty good. And I don't think this Dragonite has a spread move, as it does just go for the Scale Shot there. And Head Smash, actually, so this is probably a... Oh, Clefairy hangs on. Perfect, alright. So some really good damage here. We could just see, like, Extreme Speed now come out from the Dragonite to take out Clefairy and then a Head Smash into Dragapult. But at this point, I am not too worried about that because, you know, Flamigo and Dragonite are both pretty capable of holding their own against this duo, I would say. You can't Extreme Speed that Dragonite because of the Terra Ghost, unfortunately. But I do think that we are still in a pretty good position. Alright, this should just take out my Pult. Yep. Alright. Still gotta be a little careful with how we position everything here. But I would imagine they would want to target Dragonite more so than Flamigo with that Head Smash. So, I am just gonna Brave Bird and Breaking Swipe here. As long as this Dragonite goes down, they won't have Tailwind up next turn. If Flamigo ends up living, then we can just hopefully outspeed this Arcanine. As they get the 5 hits. Another good thing is, thanks to my multi-scale, I don't think Dragonite is really threatened to be KO'd by this Head Smash, especially seeing how it didn't KO Clefairy, as we are able to live, honestly, with less health than I thought it would. Arcanine absolutely packs a punch, but okay, this should be pretty much GG now. As we get the KO on Dragonite with our Flamigo. And this Breaking Swipe should you do just under enough, if not just take it out. Alright. It's another really good game and really cool team as well. on my opponent's behalf. Also a cool trainer card with Gouging Fire and Entei there. Almost back into the top 5,000, but at this point I'm not really concerned about my rating, seeing how it's so late into the ladder, and my score is definitely not super impressive. We got like a scary looking Trick Room team now though. Immediately I don't like to see Clefairy, because it means Dragapult is gonna have a rough time against this Typhlosion. But if they don't lead Typhlosion, which I honestly expect them to, but on the off chance they don't, this lead is looking nice. If they do lead Typhlosion, we need some switch-ins, so I'm thinking I'm just going to bring the dragons. This is honestly kind of rough. We'll just see. I could have also brought Flamigo for the wide guard, but you know, they have ways around that, and I kind of want to keep up the offensive momentum. Just seeing how the rest of their team besides Typhlosion looks pretty dang Trick Room oriented. Just Flamigo being on the team could also scare them out from really leading Typhlosion and wanting to just go in guns blazing with eruptions. But we are just gonna see. That's the theme of the video, I guess. We're just gonna see. Okay, I wonder if they timed out. Because I honestly don't know how timeouts work in this game, because I've had opponents like time out on me with like still have different leads than the first two in their party. But if my opponent did time out, we're gonna be seeing a Clefairy Typhlosion lead, which is not fantastic. Alright, Annihilate Farigiraf. So it immediately looks to be another Scarf Annihilate. I am just going to protect Antera to avoid any final gambit or, you know, Scarf close combats I wants to go for. And hopefully put this Farigiraf to sleep. Sleep goggles. Safety goggles is a pretty common item on it, but honestly it can run like a billion different items. Citrus Berry, Rocky Helmet, Covert Cloak. I guess Covert Cloak is less common because it doesn't have to worry about getting faked out. Okay, as we actually see, it's a slower Annihilate, and Farigiraf does get put to sleep. Alright, it just goes for the Drain Punch. That's honestly great. I was honestly afraid of the bulk up there because that would have probably put it out of Earthquake KO range. No speed drop. Oh, that's so annoying. That is really annoying. But, you know, maybe they'll be scared of the Follow Me at this point and not want to Drain Punch again. But I can't Earthquake now. Or I don't want to, because I want to keep Smeargle's health a bit better. But yeah, this Krookodile is only 1 point slower than Smeargle, so a speed drop from Moody will cause Krookodile to start outspeeding it, which is really annoying. But yeah, I'm just gonna knock off from Wicked Blow. Maybe Annihilate. Okay, it switches out. I was expecting it to maybe Protect, is what I was in the middle of saying, because it would have feared the Spore. Okay, a double switch actually, so we do get Wicked Blow off for free, which is really nice. And Ursaluna is their last. So they were scared out of bringing Typhlosion, which is awesome. We get a lucky crit there, knocking off the Life Orb, and Wicked Blow comes off. Alright, this is perfect. another special attack boost. Yeah, Smeargle definitely needs its special attack. I don't know if you've seen this moveset, but, you know, these are all special moves. I wonder if we should just hard switch, honestly, here. Because Smeargle isn't up to much since it outslows my Krookodile now. So, yeah, I'm just gonna bring in Dragonite. Just a nice flying type to have that Earthquake immunity, and you never know what Smeargle could be saved for. Definitely some redirection against that Annihilate, maybe. Or since it outspeeds it, I could just Spore it as well. This is probably a Terra Normal from the Ursaluna. Alright, hopefully with Friend Guard it's still in Earthquake KO range. That crit on knockoff was pretty clutch. There's the Follow Me, not gonna do my opponent any good here, unfortunately for them. Alright, and we do get the KO on both, it would look like. Alright, so now they've got a Sleeping Farigiraf in the back and an Annihilate that, since it didn't outspeed my Smeargle, I highly doubt it outspeeds my Krookodile, although it could be just random 139 speed and lost the speed tie or something versus Smeargle. I don't know. But honestly, on a Trick Room looking team, I do not think this is going to run a whole lot of speed. So I'm just going to go for my spread moves here. I don't really care about Breaking Swipe activating Defiance since, you know, Annihilate will have taken an Earthquake most likely. So, just on the off chance it lives, it's not even gonna get a Defiant boost. Okay, I'm done yapping. GG's. Krookodile really putting in work this game. The Wicked Blow strategy is actually working a lot better than it was in the last video. Another thing I want to do once Reg G rolls around is start having some fun on the Battle Stadium singles ladder. I am absolutely not a good BSS player, and my rating is not high there at all. I think I might be back at beginner tier at this point, or a very low Pokeball. I only pick it up maybe once every few months, just as like a de-stressor, because I don't really care about my win-loss ratio. I just want to use fun mons, and I end up having a lot of fun with it. So I think throwing together some random teams on BSS and making a few videos on it would be a lot of fun too, so you can also expect that in the future. But yeah, we got a rain team now, and although I really don't like to see Golden go, my typical lead against a team like this is Clefairy Dragapult, because you almost always see Basque Legion lead and flip turn out, and this is just what I have the most success against that strategy with. So Krookodile and Flamigo are definitely going to be in the back. Just guys that can hit Archaludon well, can hit Golden go well, especially on Krookodile's side. If it decides to Terra Steel is the most common. Honestly, this looks like the sort of team that a Terra Steel Golden go would be on. Then Flamigo can hit it as well, and just do pretty good. But yeah, this team honestly does look pretty stacked on my opponent's end here. The second Hydreigon of the video, I am a big fan of Hydreigon in Reg H and Reg A. Like, Regulation A, right when Scarlet and Violet first released, Hydreigon was an absolute beast. Alright, unfortunate Golden Go lead. But I might just want to protect and U-turn out. Unfortunately, that means I might have to sack something off. But I really want to keep Dragapult safe and see what they want to Terra into. Alternatively, I could protect Phantom Force. and just helping hand the next turn if it chooses to Terra. But I think I'm going to go for the U-turn play in all honesty. As they do choose to Terra, which is, I mean, might not be good for us, but we will get to see what they do, as it is going to be a Terra Fire Hydreigon. Okay. U-turn not going to do much. And I think Flamigo is the most expendable guy here, unfortunately. Just because Krookodile is going to be our main way of hitting Golden Go. And, yeah. So yeah, in comes Flamigo. Let's just see what the opponent is going to do. Tailwind with a Hydreigon, actually. Interesting. But definitely very scary. And there's the Make It Rain. We'll see if this looks like Specs damage. In which case, I might want to start doing some Wide Guard. I honestly can't really tell. But I won't be surprised if it is Specs. This is tricky here. They might get overly afraid of the Wide Guard and try to switch Gold and go out. I am going to detect and try to life do here. Just see what they want to do. Okay, so Golden Go stays in. Probably going to take out Clefairy, unfortunately, but we do get the switch in. And Clefairy actually lives, which is really nice. Here comes Life Dew, so I think I'm just going to want to stall out their Tailwind some more. Maybe protecting Clefairy and Wide Guarding, or Wide Guard and Life Dew again. Although they could just Draco. I wonder if at this range we... No, I wouldn't think you would live a -2 Make It Rain. This is tough. This is tough, I will say. But let's just protect Clefairy here. Close combat. Just see. Flamigo probably does go down. Yeah. On the bright side, we have successfully stalled out most of this Tailwind at this point. Another Make It Rain comes off. And I think I want to go Dragapult. And just follow me here to redirect the Draco Meteor. I am getting a little worried about Basculegion, just because without redirection from Clefairy, it can pretty much just clean up. But it does depend on what my opponent's lasts are. Okay, Hydreigon is withdrawn, so the follow me is going to be pretty useless, unfortunately. Moongus comes in. Alright, I appreciate damage on a Moongus, I will say. Alright, goodbye Clefairy. Dragapult takes that like a boss. -2 special attack and Friend Guard really helping out there. And no more Tailwind on their end. Now the unfortunate thing is, I really think I'm going to have to Earthquake here. And I don't think it's going to take out Dragapult, but it's going to come close. Otherwise, I could try knocking off the Golden Go here. I think I think I might actually do that. I'm just really scared of spores from this Amoonguss. But it honestly might try to just Rage Powder. I don't know. I'm just gonna click knockoff. I don't know, maybe it's a mistake, but who knows? I think this is Hydreigon again. Yeah. Okay, unfortunately no Rage Powder, so something's probably sleeping. Dragon does go down. No more Tailwind for them, luckily. Something I was a little worried about is Hydreigon just coming in, eating a Dragon Dart, and setting up another Tailwind. Amoonguss goes for Spore into Dragapult, which genuinely might be the better option, depending on what they have besides Golden Go in the back. But I'm really not sure. I think it's our Chaladon. Yeah. That's not great. But I think I might Protect to stall out a Sleep Turn from Dragapult. I think they're going to prioritize attacking Krookodile just because I have to take a Sleep Turn, but I could be wrong. Here's our first Sleep Turn. If we get a first turn Wake and do some damage, it might actually be nice. Oh, they do go for the Dragon Pulse. That probably does seal the game. This was a pretty rough matchup, honestly. But my opponent did play it very well, getting that Tailwind off while I chose to be really passive on turn 1. So, yeah. I'm just going to go for a last-ditch Earthquake, just see what kind of damage I can do. I honestly don't think Amoonguss is even going to drop to this. Thanks to that Citrus Berry recovery, yeah. Does a nice amount to our Chaladon, as we reveal it's not a sturdy variant. There's the Pollen Puff. Rare Amoonguss KO. Ah, off a crit. It's always really heartbreaking when Krookodile feigns to a critical hit, because you always know that on the off chance it lived, it would have gotten an Anger Point. Yeah, great game there. Alright, UFO. Alright, rocking a pretty similar team to my first 2 battles in the last video. Just a hard Trick Room with not great redirection options, which is what this team likes to see. The team doesn't like to see Rillaboom, because Rillaboom halves the damage of Earthquake. But honestly, that's not the end of the world. Their only Trick Room setter is Porygon 2. Depending on how much defense Porygon 2 runs, it may or may not eat knockoff. But from my experience, most of the time it does drop to a knockoff, luckily. So we're gonna bring Chardonnay and Breeze in the back and just see what happens. That's what this team is all about, is just seeing what happens. Okay. Incineroar Porygon 2, not a shocking lead. That generally ends up being the most common lead that this sort of team runs against me. Unfortunately, it means my hands are pretty tied and I have to Terrastalize Smeargle to 100% avoid Fake Out. I am Covert Cloak Krookodile, in case you didn't catch on from the last video or from Team Preview or anything. And I guess we just have to hope that this Porygon 2 is not bulky enough to eat +6 knockoff. I honestly think running close combat on this Krookodile over low kick might be better for the more consistent damage against stuff like Porygon 2, against Murkrow. You still get the 120 base power against Ursaluna, which is pretty crucial. But, I don't know, I would appreciate the more consistent damage, even if it does mean that we get defense drops. So here comes Wicked Blow. This Rascalization on Smeargle did end up being unnecessary, but that's honestly fine. Knock off into Porygon 2, and it does end up living. That is very unfortunate. Defense raise is nice though, as it means we might be able to take a knockoff. So oh my gosh, I'm on a totally wrong screen. Yeah, I could just follow me Earthquake. I think that's honestly my best shot. And then bring in Flamigo on their Torkoal, protect with both my Pokemon to bait that I don't have Wide Guard, and then go for a Wide Guard. If they want to Weather Ball through that, they're a legend. But okay, that's my plan. So follow me Earthquake here. Here's the Ice Beam. Did I get a Spit F drop from Moody? I might have, but we live at 6 HP, which is awesome. And Smeargle goes down, but we should be taking up 2 KOs with Krookodile here as they go down to their last 2 Mons. Still could be a little rough with Trick Room up, but at the same time, we will be able to have an easier time stalling it out with Protect and such. I think all my opponent's Mons are in Beast Balls, which is really cool. I recently caught a shiny Electros in a Beast Ball, and Electros's mouth, like the 4 teeth around it, kind of look like the 4 sort of rings on a Beast Ball, which is really cool. They didn't bring Torkoal, but Gastrodon honestly might be even worse. They could protect Ursaluna here and just go on the offensive with Gastro. In this case, I'm going to protect Krookodile in close combat. I think. Yeah. The double into Flamigo would be really bad, but I'm just going to go for this. As we see the Terra. Probably Terra Ghost. Yeah, that's not too surprising. It does mean Ursaluna is not going to protect, though, which is not a good sign. I would think they have to target Krookodile, though, right? Like, Krookodile's a huge threat, and I haven't revealed Protect yet, so... Alright, there's the Ice Beam into the Krook Protect, which is awesome. I don't think they targeted Flamigo then. Oh, they did with the Facade. Okay, but we should take this, yeah. Alright, beautiful. Very surprised to see Torkoal didn't come, honestly. Because Wide Guard is, like, my only line of defense against it. Here we should just be able to knock off Brave Bird. Unless they're something crazy like... No, not even Rock Slide would get the KO on Krookodile. But that flying type on Flamigo is super handy to avoid Earthquake. Alright, we're +6. This should hopefully just take it out. Yeah, with a crit, which I don't think was very necessary. We live with 7 HP, and that's GG. The games with this team are typically very fast, although I will say, the other day, we did go to time against a muck team. That's usually the sort of games Dragonite comes to. They are the longer games, where she has to be in for the long haul, providing tailwind and breaking swipes and hazes for everyone to enjoy. But yeah, this is a bit of a shorter video from the last one, but I think, you know, back in the top 5K is kind of the best I'm going to ask for on this last night of Reg H. And I'll hopefully be back Monday night with Reg G stuff, because the ladder will shut down tomorrow and just be unavailable for a few hours while the season resets and everything. So probably no video tomorrow, but thank you guys for watching, and here's to Reg G.